Hey Comic Fam, so here's our next project. Shouldn't be too bad. This is Daredevil number 41, 10 center, single staple book, a thick boy, and Jack is wanting to visit. Oh my gosh. So I know there might be a little bit of glare. I hadn't taken it out of the package yet. This is the way I got it in the mail. We can see a few issues already, some chip edge up here at the top. And if you look, there is pieces of, I would think, the cover kind of all inside this bag. So for example, if we turn it over, there's a piece missing right here, but that piece is right here. So we're going to try and put that back. But I want to be careful taking it out of the bag and try and leave all those pieces that are floating around inside this bag so I know where they're at. So try and tap a little bit, see if I can get these pieces. See if I can get Jack to hang out over here. All right, Jack. All right, so we don't want to lose that piece. We got this little piece, probably won't be able to reattach it anywhere. This piece I'm curious about, and then there's a piece right there, but again, it's pretty small. All right. Pretty nice book. I love these Daredevil books. I love the color across the logo. I came across a small collection of these, but they didn't have Daredevil on the cover. They just had the kids. And so I passed them up because if I pick any of these up, I like picking up the ones with Daredevil on the cover. Look at belts, spikes, and stuff. Yeah, so there's that one chip. I'll see where that big flake might have came from. Oh, a lot of tanning. I really wasn't planning on doing all the wraps. I mean, it is a 68-page book. So, little tear there and come loose at that staple, but we expected that. So look at that picture ring for only $1. But yeah, we should be able to reduce some of this tanning on the inside. So I guess we'll probably do, definitely do a cover wash. But other than that, like I said, there's not a lot wrong with this book besides just being dirty, some tanning, that missing piece. We're not going to replace that. We're not going to leaf cast it or anything. Little piece, a little bit of a wear there. But yeah, overall flattening, should really do this book justice. So, all right. I have never tried, black cover. We're always kind of taking a chance with doing a bath. This book is from 1944. Or, let's see, 1947. Sorry. That says 1946. So we'll take the latest date, 47. So it says 44, 46, 47. So 47. Funny that it's a single staple book that late. But it is a Lev Gleason publication. And I'm sure they were trying to save money. Maybe we'll do a little research on the Lev Gleason. Daredevil was created by Jack Binder for an 8-issue backup feature in Lev Gleason's publication Silver Streak Comics, number 6 in 1940. As a child, Bart Hill had been rendered mute by the shock of seeing his father murdered and himself being branded with a hot iron. Orphaned, he grew up to become a boomerang marksman in homage to the boomerang-shaped scar left on his chest. The character would run through Silver Streak, number 17. By this time, publisher Lev Gleason had already launched Daredevil's own comic with Daredevil Battles Hitler, number 1 in 1941. It was written and drawn by Charles Biro, who, in a 16-year run, would make the character one of the most acclaimed of the Golden Age. Biro rewrote Daredevil's origin in issue 18, now depicting Daredevil's real identity, Bart Hill, as having been raised by Aborigines in the Australian outback. Biro introduced the popular supporting characters, the Little Wise Guys, in Daredevil 13. The group consisted of Curly, Jocko, Pee-wee, Scarecrow, and Meatball, the last of whom would be killed 2 issues later. In the late 1940s, with superheroes going out of fashion, the Little Wise Guys took center stage, edging out Daredevil altogether with issue 70 in 1950. The series lasted through 1956 and ended with issue 134. Alright, we're going to take out this staple, but I was noticing holes are from where the machine grabs the paper. Someone asked in the comments one day about, should you try to fill these in, fix them? I mean, they're natural to the book, and if you notice, here it even grabbed near the edge and ripped that. I mean, we may try to just move that paper. You can see here I can move that paper a little bit, kind of put it back into place. You can see the serration here of where this was the edge of the paper roll. But no, you don't really do anything with those. That's natural to the book. That's the process that they used back in the Golden Age. And yeah, so we'll do the same thing. We're not going to worry about filling it in using Tengujo or anything. You see actually a lot of paper folded over and scrunched up. But yeah, otherwise we leave that and it's natural to the book. Hopefully this one staple won't give us too much trouble. It is in here pretty tight because it is a 60-something page book. I don't think we ripped the paper, but if we did, we can always fix that. One good thing about conservation, right? You make a mistake, you can usually fix it, except for ink loss. Ink loss is the only thing that we can't really fix. So I might have scraped it a little bit, but the staple will cover that up. Alright, and that is a shiny, stiff staple. So a few stains, and there's that main chip. But like I said, I think that piece is in our bag. I don't see where any of those others came from. And I think that paper is actually there. It's just folded over some because of that rip. I did do a dry clean Got off a little bit of dirt. And then I did an eraser, and that seemed to help a little bit too. Going over this with the eraser, I did run the eraser across the yellows, oranges, and blues, and I didn't really get anything up on my eraser. So I feel that these inks are going to be pretty good. We will be really slow with it during our bath and be careful. And hopefully we should be okay. But you never know. And this is such a nice book. Hopefully we won't have any issues. Alright, so stay tuned. I'll get everything set up. So we cleaned, went ahead and did the tear seals, and now our cover is dry, so I still need to trim it, but yeah, looks nice, flat, Butamus. So we did see some blue ink running whenever we put it into the wash. It looked like it was coming from this area, but I don't see any ink loss. And like I always like to quote Dr. Paul, these Golden Age books have ink to spare. Looks cleaner. Like I said, I did do a dry clean to the book. I've done tear seals. You can see I put that little piece back in there, so that matches fairly well. But yeah, looks really good. And I did the tear seals with the brown Tengujo. You can see, like I said, I haven't done the trimming yet. Since it wasn't in the wash very long, since we started having some of the ink loss occurring, I only left it in there about no more than 5 minutes. So we wasn't able to really, it does look a little bit reduced. I didn't really seem to have a lot of tanning come out in the wash, but it does look a little bit, to me anyway, a little bit cleaner. Wasn't in there long enough to really affect some of these areas, but that's okay. You know, I think we achieved our goal pretty well with the quick wash that we did, because I mean, I don't know, the results always speak for themselves. Looks amazing. All right, so we're going to trim this and see about getting the book back together, and probably the next time you see it, we will be looking at it after the final press. So stay tuned. Alright, here we go, Kong fam. This is the last press. I did want to talk a little bit about the humidification process. So I've shown in previous videos my humidification chamber, which is pretty simple. Just, you know, a bucket, so to speak, with a lid, comic book raised up, warm tap water. That's all you need. Don't need to boil the water or anything like that. You know, put microfiber towels on each side. Hello, Jack. Just to keep any drippage or anything from getting directly on the book. I have this little humidifier thing that shows me the temperature and the relative humidity. All you need to do is get the chamber up to around 92% relative humidity, and that's plenty for these older books. You don't want them to be damp or soaked all the way through, and that only takes about an hour to get the chamber up to around 92%. So that's all you really need for these older books. So I just want to point that out. All right, Jack, are you ready? Ready? See what we did? All right, get out of the way. All right, get your stretches. All right. Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Beautiful so far. Nice, flat, cleaner, so much cleaner. Oh, Jack. Yeah, so much cleaner looking. These whites is what I'm looking at. So nice. All right. So I did pay really good attention to this book and these pages. I don't know, very weirdly cut, but we saw that. Cover looks amazing. We had a lot of tear seals. There's a tear seal here. You can barely see the Tengujo. You can see how the staple and everything's attached really tight. Single staple book. I did have a couple of, in there in the back, I believe, a couple of tear seals to the first two wraps. Nice. I didn't do, no, it's unnecessary. I didn't do any seals to the center. And again, we didn't mess with all these things here at the bottom. Yeah, and you see, can't even see the tear seals. Can't even, I mean the reinforcement. There's Tengujo up through here and you can't even see it. You can see it a little bit down here. There's Tengujo here. You know, slight discoloration that you get with methyl cellulose on these older books. There's a tear seal here. You can't hardly see. There's a tear here, and we sealed it over here. Back cover. You know, I'll do a before and after. And front cover. So I'm super happy. Super happy. You know, it wasn't a difficult job, but such a difference that it makes. Such nice reinforcement. Staple is there. We are going to send this in to get graded, and whenever that happens, we will check back and see what we got. But with that, hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell anytime you want to see me or Jack. And with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and comics. Bye, y'all.